Today we will be working with measuring temperature. Please copy down the standard benchmark indicator on a clean page in your math notebook. The student will choose an appropriate measuring device and unit of measure to solve problems involving measurement of temperature. We measure temperature in two main scales. We use the Celsius scale and the Fahrenheit scale. And this paper covers a couple of important temperatures that you need to know on both scales. So starting at the top there at 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius, water boils. Down here at 136 degrees Fahrenheit and 57.8 degrees Celsius is the highest recorded Earth temperature. At 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit and 37 degrees Celsius, we have our normal body temperature. At 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius, we have the normal room temperature. And then down at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, water freezes. Please make sure this page is glued in your notebook, and you do need to memorize the temperatures, especially the ones for water, where it freezes and where it boils. How do you calculate differences in temperature? It depends on where the temperatures fall. If both temperatures are above or below 0, ignore any negatives and subtract the lesser number from the greater. If one of the temperatures is above 0 and one is below 0, ignore the negative and add the numbers together. You can also count the temperature change on a thermometer. So if we look at our examples down here below, find each change in temperature. We're going from 10 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius. We're not crossing over the 0 at all, so we can take the larger number and subtract the smaller number from it, and we find a change of 15 degrees Celsius. In the second example, we have negative 10 degrees Celsius to negative 25 degrees Celsius. And again, since we're not crossing 0, we can take the big number minus the small number and get 15 degrees Celsius. So we're just finding the change in temperature. However, when we get to 1 where we're going from a positive to a negative, or from a negative to a positive temperature, we're crossing the 0. So the numbering scale goes down to 0 and then it starts counting up above 0. So from 10 degrees Celsius to 0 is 10 degrees, and then from 0 degrees to negative 10 is another 10 degrees. So when you have this, all you have to do is add the two temperatures together, and that gets you a total change of 20 degrees Celsius here. For number 1, we have 34 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius. Since we're not crossing over the 0, all we have to do is subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So 34 minus 12 gives us a change of 22 degrees Celsius. For number 2, we have negative 34 degrees Celsius to negative 12 degrees Celsius. Again, we're not crossing over the 0 marker, so we take the 34, we subtract 12 from it, and we get the same change in temperature, 22 degrees Celsius. For 3, we have negative 34 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius, so we are crossing over the 0. So think about it, from negative 34 to 0, that's 34 degrees. From 0 to 12, that's another 12 degrees. So all we have to do is add the two numbers together. So 34 plus 12 gets us 46 degrees Celsius. For 4, we have 98 degrees Fahrenheit to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. So we have the same sign, so we just subtract the small number from the large number, which gets us 22 degrees Fahrenheit. For number 5, we're going from negative 1 degrees Fahrenheit to 1 degrees Fahrenheit. So since we have two different signs, we add the numbers together, and we get a total change in temperature of 2 degrees Fahrenheit. For 6, we have 5 degrees Celsius to negative 15 degrees Celsius. So since we have a positive and a negative, we're going to add the two numbers together, and we get 20 degrees Celsius as our change in temperature. For 7, we have negative 17 degrees Fahrenheit to negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. So since they both have the same sign, we take the large number, 30 and subtract the smaller number 17, which gets us a change in temperature of 13 degrees Fahrenheit. For 8, we're going from -1 degree Celsius to -1 degree Celsius, so there is 0 degrees change in the temperature. For 9, we have 32 degrees Fahrenheit going to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, so you need to subtract for this one. And we get 180 degrees Fahrenheit. For number 10, we have -32 degrees Fahrenheit going to +212 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're just going to add the two numbers together this time, which gets us 244. For 11, we have 40 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius. So we subtract. 40 minus 2 is 38 degrees Celsius. For 12, we have 98 degrees Fahrenheit to 102 degrees Fahrenheit. They both have the same sign, so we're going to subtract. 102 minus 98 gives us 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure you have all of the work copied down and then glue both pages in your math notebook.